Today I am going to show you what I use for my kindergartner in our homeschool this year, and you have to watch all the way to the end to see the new curriculum we are using this year that's only been on the market for about a year. Hi, I'm Mallory and I have 3 boys. They are going into kindergarten, 5th grade, and 8th grade this year. And I've been homeschooling since my oldest was in kindergarten. So I have been homeschooling for about 8 years. This is my 3rd time homeschooling a kindergartner, and I am showing you my absolute favorites today, and I have used a lot of curriculum. I'm going to start with the subjects that are specific for my kindergartner and then finish up with the subjects that we do as a family. Starting with math, we love Math UC, especially for the lower grades. This year, my son is going to be doing Math UC Alpha, and this is technically the 2nd book in the series, so you could say it's a 1st grade level, but that's where my son is at. He flew through the primer level, which is this one. They do have tools to see what level your child should be at, but if they haven't done the primer level, I do recommend starting on that level. And the way that Math UC works is it comes with a DVD, so we watch the DVD together, and usually it's only about 5 or so minutes per lesson. And then after that, you can go to the instruction manual, which looks like this. Okay, so this is what the instruction manual looks like. So this is lesson 2, counting to 20, and so he likes to start at 0 instead of 1, which is what most math curriculums start at. He talks about the houses because they're learning place value. So you can only have 9 guys in the unit's house before he has to move to the tens house. That's talking about decimal street. So that's really fun. Honestly, we usually watch the video and then I skip the instruction manual and we go straight to the student workbook or the worksheets. So this is what the student workbook looks like. The way that this works is the first 3 worksheets, front and back, A, B, and C, are on the brand new lesson that they just learned. And then the next ones are D, E, and F. And so that is a mixture of the new material that they've learned and reviewing older material. And then G is what we call a fun sheet, and it might have dot to dot or coloring pictures, something that's a little bit more fun. And so it's just up to you how many of these sheets they do a day and how many they do total. We typically do 1 lesson a week. So if we started on Monday, for example, we'll watch the video on Monday and then we'll do worksheet A. And then if I think my son is done, then we stop there. If I think, okay, he could probably do that worksheet and then maybe one of the review sheets, then we'll do worksheet A and maybe worksheet D that day. And then the next day we'll do worksheet B, which is the new concept, and then worksheet E for some review. And that doesn't mean though that we have to do all of them. From A to G, they absolutely don't have to do all of the worksheets. You are the teacher, so you are in charge of how much you think your child should do. This also comes with a test booklet. We personally don't do the test because I am the one teaching my son. I'm with him one-on-one every day. I know what he can do and what he can't do, so I don't really need a test to tell me that. But it's there if you want to, and maybe to get your child comfortable taking tests, you can absolutely utilize the tests. And the great thing about Math UC is that you use manipulatives. This is very simple manipulatives. So you have the red, which is the hundreds block, and the green are the units, the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10s. And you wouldn't believe all the things that you can do with these. And you can use the app as well. And for the younger grades, I really encourage you using this physical manipulative set. But I understand if you're doing school on the go or if you have little toddlers that will lovingly sprinkle all of the blocks all over the house. I totally get maybe wanting to do the app instead. So this is what the app looks like. You cannot use it on an iPhone. It has to be a tablet. So we have it on the iPad here, and it's really easy to use. You just drag and drop the block. So you can absolutely use this option as well. We use All About Reading for our reading program. I love All About Reading because it uses the Orton-Gillingham method. And if you've never heard of that, it is basically just logical English. So you're learning English based on rules. A lot of people, myself included, before I started homeschooling, I thought, okay, English is so bizarre. I don't know what the rules are. It doesn't make sense. I just basically memorized how to say and spell things without knowing the rules. So when I started homeschooling, I was very overwhelmed because I knew how to read myself, but I didn't know how to teach my kids how to read. And so All About Reading came in and was amazing. So there's really no prep, with the exception of when you do receive the curriculum, you do have to separate the cards that it comes with. These are the word cards. I have a little box that I usually put them in. You just have to tear these apart, put them in the little box to prep. So that will take a little bit of time to do. And also you have to tear apart the letter tiles and put the magnets on the back of the tiles. All About Reading comes with a teacher's manual, a student book, readers. So it has Run Bug Run, the Runt Pig, and Cobweb the Cat. And these are amazing readers, and people sell these for probably $20 a piece. They're just really good readers, even if you're not using the program. I like that it's just open and go. So I will show you just one little page here. So it tells you basically what the lesson is about, what you are going to need. And this is like before you begin, you can just read this real quick before you start your lesson. And then it tells you exactly what to say. It is a script that you just have to follow, which is amazing. This one is showing you what to do with the letter tiles board, which I will show you in a minute. And then it tells you, okay, you have to do this activity sheet. So there's a picture of Pam, Sam, Map, and Sap. So you go to the student workbook and you cut out that page, and then they try to sound out the words and put the word under the picture that it matches with. So that's just one little activity. There's a ton of activities in here. Some of them are like, okay, you have to say the word correctly before it's on a little doggy biscuit, and you have to feed the dog biscuit to the dog after you get the word right. It's very fun for my boys. They really like it. And it's just the perfect amount of time. They say spend about 20 minutes on reading. 20 to 30 minutes on this is plenty. And then they do encourage you to read to the child 20 minutes or so. And we do read together as a family. But I also like to take this time to actually do one-on-one reading with my kindergartner. We can choose books that he is interested in specifically and that are more on his level, and it just gives him a little bit of attention so that once he gets his little love tank filled up, then I can help my other kids. He's more likely to play independently if he got that extra bit of attention from me during his school time. So here is the letter tile board, and these are great because in this early level, they'll do mostly these up here. Some of this stuff down here and here is for the more advanced levels, but it just makes it pretty simple to learn. You can just drag and drop and start sounding things out. So the blue is the consonants and the red are the vowels. Just like Matthew C, you can get the All About Learning app. So you can just drag and drop the letter tiles, which is so great. And you just click on the thing up here and it'll go to like the vowel suffix, the syllable tags, things that they'll need through all of the levels. And it's great for traveling. And again, so that your little ones don't spread the tiles all over the house, this can be very helpful. And you can use this for All About Reading and All About Spelling. For handwriting, we like to use Handwriting Without Tears. So this is the teacher's manual. You absolutely don't have to buy this if you don't want to. It just gives you some extra knowledge in how to teach handwriting, especially when this is brand new for them, and it gives like little sample schedules you can follow. So if you are brand new at homeschooling, you've never taught handwriting before, this might be a great resource for you. But if not, you can just pick up the student workbook, which looks like this. So it's focusing on all of the letters and numbers. So it looks like this. It's very simple, black and white. The kids don't get distracted. And you will see that there is a little blackboard here. So There are extra things that you can use, that you can order from Handwriting Without Tears. And if you're interested in those extra things like the Play-Doh mat or the chalkboard or the wooden pieces, then I will put a link up here so that you can see my preschool curriculum video where I feature all of those extra tools that you can use for handwriting. And then I also just get this composition notebook and I just write out his name, and as he gets more comfortable writing his name, I will add the date and add a sentence so that he can just get used to writing basic things that he needs to know how to write. But again, with everything, with the math, with the reading, with the writing, I kind of gauge how he's feeling because I don't want him to hate school and I don't want to overload him or overwhelm him. We like to do consistent school, but little short sessions. So as soon as he's done, and usually, we do whatever letter we've been focusing on that day, we'll do the handwriting for that. If there's a number that he was struggling writing during his math lesson, then we'll practice that and then we'll do this. So we only spend a few minutes on handwriting unless we use some of those extra tools that I mentioned in my preschool video. So the majority of our time that we spend on school is for these subjects, for math, reading, and writing. And then as his reading progresses during the school year, we will add spelling and we will be doing all about spelling. Again, it uses the Orton-Gillingham method as well. So instead of just giving him a random list of spelling words, it takes one concept and all of those spelling words have to do with that concept. So it's a logical way of learning spelling, and all of my kids really seem to be receptive of that way. So it comes with a teacher's manual. So in this one, it's segmenting words. So it's introducing the whole syllable concept for them, which is very important in learning how to spell. They have these little colored tokens and they will slide those for each syllable. So that helps them. So for fan, it's just one, or beach, dig, lemon, that's 2 syllables. So they drag 2 different little colored coins down on the table. And then as it progresses, they will get a list of spelling words. So all of these words are obviously using the I vowel. So in, big, hit, pig, him, sit, did, it, if, dig. So it's working on that I sound for them. You can spend as little or as much time on each lesson as you want. Like this level 1 book is only 24 lessons. So you can spend a couple days on a lesson, you could spend a week on a lesson. I just go at their own pace. Another thing I really like about All About Reading and All About Spelling is they always include these progress charts with stickers. So as soon as they get a lesson completed, they can put a sticker on there, and they just really like that. It gives them a little reward for working hard. And All About Spelling comes with these cards as well. So I just put them in this little box. This has phonogram cards. Sound cards are red. Key cards, those are things just to know, like plural means more than one. And then the green are the word cards. So this is a mastery level curriculum, and I don't have the little bookmarks in here right now because I think they're in my other reading box. It has new concepts, master, review. And so if they don't know, if they just keep struggling with how to spell go, then you keep that in the review file and you keep reviewing that until they master it. So it's really catered towards your individual student. But again, I won't introduce the spelling until he has a good grasp on the reading concepts. Before I get to the subjects that we do as a family, I wanted to show you our new curriculum that has only been out for about a year. It's called Seasons Afield, and Beautiful Feet Books makes this, and they make it about 30 minutes away from our house in San Luis Obispo. So it's really great. I've met the owner before and been to her special homeschooling events. They just do a beautiful job, and I'm so excited. I will show you these books. This is more of a Charlotte Mason approach, and if you don't know what Charlotte Mason is, she was all about using living books. So instead of using textbooks to learn history, for example, you read biographical accounts of people who lived during that time period. So it allows you to really step in and understand instead of memorizing facts in isolation. Charlotte Mason weaves all of the subjects kind of together. So this combines nature study, art, and science together. Okay, so this lesson is preserve to save what is meant to last. So it gives you all the materials you need, Some of the materials are the books that the curriculum comes with. Some of it are ingredients that you need to make something, maybe a little bit of art supplies that you might need, and then it gives you library connections. So if you want to go deeper in the subject, these are some books you can probably find at your local library. And then it gives you exactly what you need. So again, you know that I don't like a lot of things that require a lot of prep. This, you do need to look ahead and just see what supplies you need, and then it's pretty easy from there. So you just do what it says, you read, and then you do the activities. So some of these are science experiments, some are art, and some is just encouraging you to get in nature and maybe observe what it's talking about. So you get this teacher guide, you get field notes. This is like a mushroom field note. And so those are beautiful. And then you also get these watercolor pages. So it looks like you're practicing with colors here, and you're gonna color a little blackberry sheet. And this is very high quality paper. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's very thick, because if you know kindergartners, you know they like to get the brush super wet, and it's going to be a very wet page. So regular paper would probably get a hole in it, but this seems pretty solid. Brown bear. Oh, so it looks like they're going to practice how to do fur. So this is just really beautiful, and it's hands-on. And I'll go through the books that it comes with, because I just ordered the whole thing. You can order the books individually, or you could just order the teacher's guide and then get the other books at the library. Although I will say you probably want to check your library ahead of time, because sometimes the only place you can find some of these books is from Beautiful Feet Books. So it comes with this beautiful watercolor book. I can't wait to use this. I'm probably more excited than my son about this. So he does need a good set of watercolors and a good set of paintbrushes to do this. Slow down, 50 mindful moments in nature, Snowflake Bentley. So a lot of this is seasonal. Owl Moon, Winter Sleep, Alice Waters Cooks Up a Food Revolution, The Year of the Perfect Christmas Tree, Fall Walk, Home in the Woods, Miss Maple's Seeds, The Golden Glow. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I'm so excited. I mean, look at these illustrations. It's beautiful. Albert, Pond, Tales of the Mushroom Folk. I have one more book upstairs that we were reading called The Complete Brambly Hedge Collection, which is beautiful. I believe that this curriculum is targeted for kindergarten to fourth grade. So you can use it anywhere in there. And my fifth grader might even hop in and join us if he wants to do like one of the experiments. And I'm actually going to use this in our co-op with a group as well. And so later I will do a video on how I prep for teaching a co-op, because I know that can be a little bit overwhelming if you've never done it before. That concludes all of the individual items I'm going to use in my kindergartner's curriculum. And now I'm going to show you what we do as a family. So we do start off our day with a family devotional. We have been working our way through Apologia's Who is God, and we are almost finished with it. So once we are done, we will be moving on to volume 2, which is Who Am I? So this really is an apologetic series talking about worldview, talking about foundational concepts in the Bible. So we read a little bit of scripture and then a little bit of commentary, but it's actually solid commentary. I'm very weary of fluffy devotional books, but this one is really great, and it fosters some really great discussions with us. I was on Facebook and I saw an ad for Not Consumed. I decided to try out this one, My Brother's Keeper, a biblical study on loving your siblings. So I thought, okay, that sounds exactly what we need. And so I just got it. I did this sample, which was day 1, and then we did day 2 today, and it is very cute. You can order for all different levels. I wanted it to be more of a discussion instead of like a worksheet for them. We do community Bible study, and we're about to start that. My older 2 have a book that they have to complete for that. So because they are already doing a lot of reading and writing with that Bible curriculum, I wanted this to be more discussion based. So I only ordered the parent's guide on this, and they come with a bookmark, these parent challenge cards, as well as stickers. So if you have kids that really like to have their own book and they want to do the stickers and everything, I would encourage you to get one of these for each child. They have a printable version as well, but you wouldn't get the extras if you did that version. But again, I just wanted it to be more of a discussion. So we are going to do this one. And if I really like this, I might buy more of their studies. I just want to kind of wait and see. And I did order one for Christmas that I'm really excited to try and tell you about later when it's closer to Christmas time. And the other subject we will be doing as a family is history. This year we are using The Good and the Beautiful, U.S. Constitution and Government. So this is grades 4 to 8. And so for my kindergartner, this is kind of over his head, but he will be with us, and I might just print him out like little coloring sheets or maybe historical figures that he can make little puppets out of so that he can be entertained while we're doing it. So I'm really excited about this curriculum. So my olders are going to be doing that, and it comes with this mystery on Constitution Island. And I did order these U.S. Constitution student journals. So my older kids will be doing these, but I will talk about that more in depth when I do the videos for my older kids. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. If you have any questions or if there's anything that you want to see, please put it in the comment down below. And please share with me, what is your favorite curriculum to use in kindergarten in your homeschool? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.